Here's what I got for you today. From the house of Victorinox, Swiss Army. The name is 125 Years, Your Companion for Life. That's such a cool, long, weird name, gotta say. But this is one of my favorite. I actually have a backup bottle already. Picked this up for around 25-ish. I think it's still around. If you can find it, it's one of those simple but good fragrance. Welcome to my place. My name is Dave. Very good to have you here. It is still warm weather, around 89, 90-ish. And I've been wearing this one quite a bit on my own. So I thought I might as well mention it. It is one that I have never seen people talk about it, maybe, but far few in between. So here's my take. It's now there's some notes in here, okay, but to be honest, what I get most from my skin is oolong cha, basically oolong tea. It's a fresh, lighter version of that. Now, typically people will have green tea or chai or even black tea or Earl Grey, but I don't know how many of you ever tried oolong tea. Now, this is gonna be, like I said, not the hot tea, but more of a fresh version because it uses grapefruit. Now, that grapefruit is not very zesty here, but then you could still smell it. It's still fresh, adding with the notes of hay. Now, don't worry, it's not a barnyard hay, but it's a light, fresh, kind of vetiver-ish type of hay, adding with some sweet cardamom and some sweet cacao. Now, those combination combine and morph into one, and what I get most is oolong tea. Now, if you're not familiar with oolong tea, that's fine. Just think of fresh grapefruit with some sweet from cardamom and adding in the hay notes. Now, the hay, like I said, is nothing weird, okay, or you know, or the farm, nothing like that. Just look at the coloration. You can kind of tell what it feels like. This is a very relaxing type of scent, just like what I portray as the oolong tea. It's as if you're just relaxing out in the porch, drinking a tea, either a cold tea or hot tea. But this one, I think, is for the both the cool weather and the light weather, but usually the in-between. But I will use this in the hot weather, no problem. It might not come through in the super cold winter, but other than that, it's super versatile. And you know, I have a backup bottle that already tells you how much I enjoy this one and what I think of it. Not because it's cheap. I bought it, like I said, under 25, and not just because it's cheap. It's around 50 bucks. I'll still buy it. I'll still buy a backup bottle. This is one of those I think that I want to keep having them. Okay, I will not say for always. You know, our tastes change, but it's one of those I really want to have it the whole time. You can see how much juice I use. All right, and I'll use this early in the morning, late at night, before I go to sleep. Yeah, even though it's a tea scent, but it's not really a caffeinated type of tea. It is more of a relaxing, enjoyable, versatile tea that you just want to wind down at the end of the day. Like I said, sitting in front of the porch, either in the morning, the air is still fresh, and you smell that fresh grapefruit, the citrusy, or when at the end of the day, when just winding down, you smell that a bit of the sweet, just tonka bean in there, but I don't think it's too strong. Okay, so overall, this is a very, I just keep saying relaxing, and that's where the vibe of the tea comes in. Very, you know, very calming. Now, even with that said, there's a spiciness that will kind of be a little bit uplifting and makes it a little bit interesting. But overall, it's not a scent that changes too much. Whatever I get from after the first couple minutes, it stays throughout the life, and it doesn't change. But I never felt that it's boring, and that's why I keep saying that I have a backup bottle. That's how much I enjoy this. Now, a little bit of bitterness just in the middle, bittersweet. Yeah, and adding with the spice. At times I think it's very simple, but at times I would think, oh, there's a bunch of stuff in here, that is a little bit more complex than I thought. Okay, so if you're interested in something inexpensive, something for the warm season or for the in-between season, and something that's very versatile, very non-offensive, there's nothing in here that smells, you know, getting bother people. Yeah, I mean, this is nothing that's going to shout or make people go wow, but this is one of those, like, example, if you drink green tea, you don't go wow, this is the best drink ever, but it's something that you just drink for the pleasure to help you relax, right? Same thing with coffee. Coffee is like one of those comforting type of food that we use, right? Same thing with this. That's what I think of it. So it's not wowing me, but it's so enjoyable. I want to keep having it. I cannot imagine not drinking coffee. Same thing. I don't want to imagine not having this one around. So this is, do you know what? That's a very good analogy that I just thought of, is compare it to a tea or a coffee. Something that doesn't wow you. Maybe not like a, alcoholic drink or a daiquiri or anything, the rum or any of those very party type of scent or drink, but this is just like a coffee. We drink it because we enjoy it, and a lot of time we take it for granted, but then it's just so enjoyable. So I keep repeating that because the scent, like I said, doesn't really change. So to summarize, what it smells like is citrusy top with added spice, hay, grapefruit, a little bit of tonka bean, okay, a bit of sweet from the cacao. Yeah, the main thing that comes across to me is a very pleasant tea, just like the coloration. The longevity is okay. I get about 3 hours. It does not last all day. 3 to 4 hours okay on my skin and on my shirt. And like I said, super versatile. You could wear anywhere. Doesn't bother anybody. The sweet is about 3 out of 10. The strength of it. Everything else is evenly spread out about 30%, 30% and all. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sounding super excited because this is not a super excited party type of sense. It doesn't shout. It doesn't announce itself too much. But when people get around you, at least that's what I get. When I wear this, and my friends would not really say anything until, I mean, sometimes when a couple of them would say something, they would mention it as if it's an afterthought, like, oh man, I remember you smell good that the other time, and they ask what it is. It's one of those afterthoughts. When I'm wearing this, they don't really say anything. But later on, at least two of them, they would ask me like, hey, what were you wearing that day when we were da 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 da? So it's kind of interesting that way. So maybe it's like a coffee, right? When you smell it, you're so used to it. It's something that seems to be supposed to be there. And afterwards, you miss it and you go, wait, what was that? Yeah, I think it was like that with the 2 times when they asked me. So hey, that's a good analogy, right? It is leaning masculine just because there's nothing feminine in here. There's nothing floral or nothing too floral or too sweet. But then it's just a click or two towards the masculine. So it's not too much. You could say unisex. Okay, no problem. All right. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I love this one. That's right. Let's go ahead and mention it, even though I don't think it's that popular, especially this house, Victorinox. As if it's trying to say victory knocking, Victorinox. And that name is 125 years, your companion for life. If people ask me what were you wearing, it takes me forever. I just say the bottle with 125 from Victorinox, the company that makes the Swiss watch. It is a Swiss house. EDT 100 mil for under 25 bucks. It's such a great deal. Maybe I should pick up more so I can wear every day. All right, with that said, I hope that is helpful. As always, see you next time.